It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Lab Culture Brewing Company, and it's a can of their Lime All Yours Basil. It's a 4% ABV, 440 milliliter. Lime and Basil Saison. Without further ado, let's get the can out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke. Oh, we got a little bit of... As long as it don't pour all over the floor, I don't mind that too much. It's no harm, it's not harming me whatsoever. Have a listen. So as you can hear, the head's dissipating quite quickly, as it generally does with Saisons, sours, Berliner Weisses. What's that one with salt? Can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me in a moment. The goes, that's it, the one with the salt. A beer brewed with salt. The heads, psst, they dissipate really quickly. It's just the style of beer. We have a slightly hazy, light golden amber coloured beer, good levels of carbonation. Here we go then, let's get a little bit more into our glass. A lime and basil sour. The whole brewing process has changed so much over the last 10 years. It always used to be about brew a beer to have another one, brew a beer to drink the next beer, to have the same beer over again. This day and age, a lot of brewers, they brew a beer to have once, and then you move on to something else, and then you move on to something else. I can't imagine, I haven't even smelt this beer yet. I've not even put it to my nose. Got the aroma, as they say. But I can't imagine drinking 3. I couldn't imagine drinking any more than 2. It's just not been designed that way. So brewing has changed. It's changed to like try something different. Keep trying different beers in life. Let's get the aroma. Lime and basil. It's a bit like my grandfather's Low's 2-litre bottle of limeade when I was a kid. Low's was a famous Cardiff pop soft drink company. Yeah, it smells a bit like limeade with some basil in. Of course, some malts as well, light malts, biscuitiness, slightly hoppy. But generally, the theme of this beer is lime and basil. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's got the kind of the farmhouse funkiness of a Saison. Loads of flavour, loads and loads of flavour, loads of lime, loads of basil. It smacks you round the chops, it really does. It's an interesting one. It's a really, really interesting beer. It all depends on you, the consumer. It all depends what you want from your beer. Do you want to try different beers at your local craft beer bar? I'll have that one, then I'll have that one, then I'll have that one. Or are you more of a traditional drinker where you go, I like that beer, I'm gonna drink 4 pints of it? It's a beer for a developed palate. It's a beer for somebody who's probably been drinking craft beer for a long time. Real ale, if you like. Craft beer in general. If you've been the type of person who's interested in trying different beers, then you want to try this beer. You may not come back to it, but you will want to try it. It's just quite peculiar. It's juicy, it's refreshing, it's chilled down nicely. It's in my little beer cupboard down there. It's the winter. Single skin brick wall, good temperature to it. Nice carbonation, pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's a livener. If you're feeling slightly kind of lethargic and a bit tired, then this beer will definitely pick you up on your toes. And that's just the lime and the basil doing that. But I'm struggling, personally. I'm struggling with this beer. And I'm sure Lab Culture Brewing Company, I'm sure they won't mind me saying that. It's all preference, it's all personal preference. If you love lime and basil, if you love Saisons with lots of different flavours in there, you're going to really like this. I like a lot of sours, I like a lot of Saisons, I like a lot of goses, but I'm just struggling with this one a little bit. Pardon me. And that's because I think I'm not the greatest lover of lime. If I'm honest, I like lemon, I like grapefruit. Lime's it's a bit too far on the citrus scale. It's quite a potent flavour. Yeah, again, I'm sure Lab Culture won't mind me saying this. It's not for me. It's not for me. I'll drink it. I'll finish it. I'll enjoy my Friday night. I'll drink this down after the review's finished. I'm not sure if this is part of their core range. But they made some really good beers. I think I'm one of the first people to review their beers. They're a relatively new brewery. They sent me leaflets and brochures and a few beers, and thanks for that. Thanks guys. This is the last beer that I've reviewed for you. I really enjoyed the New England IPA. I really enjoyed the Dairy Milk Stout. And what was the other beer? I think we had another one. We had another. Oh, it was salt. It was a gose. It was like blackberry gose or something, and that again was a bit, for me it was a bit, I just struggled with it a little bit. But you've got to try these things. You really have. As a brewer, you got to do different things. You've got to break yourself away from the norm. What do they say about the beer? This is the first time our ever popular lime and basil saison has gone into a can. We love the way the lime and basil cuts through the pepperiness of the saison, and hope you do too. This beer makes use of the basil we grow in our hydroponic vertical farm, along with more lime than you can shake a stick at, and that's where the problem lies for me personally. Coupled up with saison yeast and dry hop with citra to make this super refreshing thirst quencher. See, for me, I'm struggling to get the citra hop. There's so much lime in the beer, they may not have bothered. That's the problem, because there's so much lime in the beer. It's almost impossible to get the citra hop flavour out of the beer if you're going to chuck so much lime in as they've done. Rating, not for me, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Don't let me put you off. If you like that sort of thing, if you like the weird and the wonderful, the lime and the basil, lime and the basil goes, try it. You might enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.